photos, making sure we look good. I think we look good. I look good. We'll see how everyone else looks when they get in, I guess. Beautiful, right. Right, hi team. Hope we're all well. Check out the frame. Maybe rotate the camera to the left, tiny bit. Maybe. Probably need to take it back just slightly, if anything. Nah, we're good. We're good. Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good yesterday for most of you, or you're still on a Sunday. Not here, but that's okay. I just thought today we could look to do a little bit more power stroke work, okay? Really just because the power stroke stuff is very good for stability, okay? And even though we call it a power stroke, because obviously we're having to really focus on the production of the power while we're creating the stroke, okay? Normally we're getting the flywheel moving and we're thinking about the deceleration of the flywheel and how we can continue the speed of it and picking it up. When we do power strokes, we're artificially decelerating the machine, okay, by obviously the loss of air from the flywheel, and that's what causes the resistance, okay? So this is more, you know, we say power strokes, but we are resistance training. So the whole idea is that when we're working on the resistance training, we're really working on stability, okay? We're working on the stability of the body and how we can hold our form in a certain shape, okay? And then how we can use that sequence with the extra resistance to be able to find that stability, okay? So when we're thinking about what we're doing today as we go up in sort of the drag factor increments, okay, we're really not focusing on trying to be any more tense or tight. We want to be able to maintain that relaxation, okay? Now with that relaxation is going to come more stress because obviously the resistance is higher. So as we're really hanging and we're like, oh, the body feels like it's a bit slower, okay? And generally what happens when we increase that drag factor is we don't have the same speed of the drive, okay? So if you're using new data or anything like that, you'll probably notice that the speed of the drive, okay, will be slower because of that resistance, okay? It's very self-explanatory. So what we really want to focus on today is the stability, how we're doing it, okay? We're going to have to think about a little bit more production of power, okay? Which is the energy that we're going to put into to feel the push, okay? And to feel that drive. But then once we've got that going, then we'll be able to really figure out the press, okay? The feeling of what's creating the drive as we roll forward onto the feet and we can feel that hang and we can feel that push, right? Through the core, through that lower back, holding the body as we open that out in the drive, okay? And that's what can happen when we increase this resistance. You should potentially find it a little bit easier to feel that sequence, okay? Because it's not going to feel like it's more accelerated. You know, when we normally have that drive, it increases in that pace through the drive. Whereas when we've got the resistance, you're going to find it's like more of holding that weight as we go through. Okay, so numbers on the side for anyone that's new that hasn't been here before, that plus 15 is basically just one number. Okay, if we were to use the drag factor setting on the machine itself, you'd notice that when you go up one number, it's pretty much about 15. Okay, so hence why we'll do the first set at just normal. Okay, so we'll warm up 4 or 5 minutes. We'll first set at 6 minutes just straight out. Okay. Then we'll go up one number, we'll feel a little bit more resistance. Then we'll go up another number again, okay, for that 3 minutes at 20, 3 minutes at 22. And then we'll just hold it, okay, we'll hold it on that setting for the next one, which is 6 minutes at 22. Then we'll go up one more step, okay, for that last one, that 3-3. 22, 24. And then obviously that last one will go back to the normal drag. We'll feel the speed, we'll increase the rate, have a bit of a party, okay? So that's the idea, okay? So let's get ready. Jump in, warm up, do what needs to be done from you personally in terms of getting nice and loose and relaxed. And as we get warmed up and as we roll through it, we can talk a little bit more about it, and then we should be away laughing. Okay, perfect. Okay. So the one thing, a couple of those things that we're going to talk about as we roll through this session is that when we do have this drive and the pressure that's going to increase with that resistance, obviously, is we've still got to try and hold ourselves in this good hang position. Okay, so using the muscles natural hang to hold our core. Okay, we don't want to start thinking, oh, it's a bit tighter, I'll use the body a bit earlier, or I'll grip it a bit harder in the hands. Okay, we want to try and really dial in that hang and that resistance by making sure we've got that patience, okay, that structure, really nice rhythm, okay. Now, sorry, you guys keep warming up. I just had a brief connection loss there. And I don't know if that was my phone or if it was someone else, whatever. We haven't had a good shut off for ages, I should say. Probably good. Okay. So just get nice and limber. Okay, loose. Really think about when we're in this warm up. Okay, first and foremost, we get our motion moving. Okay, which is our recovery sequence of our hands, flowing, soft knees. We really focus on leaving these arms out front, the hands, natural compression. And feel the motion of the drive, okay? Feel that handle accelerate towards the body. Okay, we can feel it once that body swing's happening. The hands, they come to us. Okay, perfect. Rhythm. Motion. Smooth. That's really good. As you start feeling warmer, the heart rate rise for us. We're going to start to feel ourselves being able to just add a little bit of pressure, okay? So this last little bit here, let's feel that push, okay? My arms out long. Hang the armpits. One feet forward. Okay, 3 more. Boom. Okay, nice and simple. Okay, so we'll do this first one. Just get into a really nice rhythm. Okay. Normal resistance, good platform. Think about the stroke, Think about how you're developing the stroke. Think about how you're sequencing the stroke, the relaxation of it, okay? Because then when we add that resistance, all we're trying to do is just increase that stability to hold that resistance, okay? We're not trying to be more tense, okay? Yes, that's technically what's going to happen because we've got to be stronger in our core. But a lot of times it's how we think about it, okay? So if we think about having more stability to counteract the resistance, that's the thought process. Rather than being, oh no, it's going to be heavier and I think I need to hold on harder, okay? Let's think about how we need to do it, okay? Right, rock and roll time. Okay, perfect. Right, so let's set up the workout, select workout. New workout, intervals time. Okay, rip that top one up to 6 minutes. Rest time, 1 minute. Leave it flashing. Wait till everyone's on board. Okay, so we've only got 3 changes in terms of our thing. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'll be 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Okay, and then back to 5. So pretty simple. We're not going right up, so we should be good. Okay, let's press that check box. Strap in, rock and roll. Here we go. Okay, right, so just a nice solid one here, 6 minutes, 20 rate. Are you ready? Row. Start off by just being elastic. Letting this flywheel pick up the speed. Ain't good. Nice motion. That's really good. Okay, patience. Remember to press those feet. And the reaction of the body getting driven backwards. A nice continuous motion. Really good. Okay, so starting to feel that body as it glides forward. The elasticness of this compression is what maintains the brake in the position at the front. Okay. Think about our handles and how we're controlling them, how we're holding them. Remember that it's trying to draw us back. Okay, so let's be patient. Try and maintain a very nice flat chain without a huge amount of deviation. Okay, small deviations, less flat, means that we're smooth. We're running the finish with a draw and not a pull. Okay, you can see the difference in the vibration of the chain if we let it come to us, as opposed to ripping it into that finish. Okay, So good. We feel nice relaxed legs. Supple knees. So as we pivot the body through the hips as we're coming forward, roll into the front, stability, okay, feel that core, the lower back, holding here, into the front, there, okay, nice, smooth turn around, okay, real good. Armpits, with a hang in the lats. A nice rhythm. Try and make it on repeat. Really good. Lovely. This is just smooth, repetitive. Looking to hold our form, stroke after stroke. Minute changes, okay? Focus on something. Think about that for half a dozen strokes, and then tie it in with something else. Okay? So, think about the feet for this last half a dozen strokes here. Changing weight, pressure from the straps, the feet, compression. Okay? Right, lovely. Okay, so nice and simple to start. Get ourselves going. So, in your own time, chuck up your drag to where you need to go. So we basically just do this again, okay? But we've got that extra resistance. So we need the same sort of focus that we just had, but while we're doing it, okay, just think about this stability, just a fraction more, okay? Not a huge change. Still trying to get this metronome continuous rhythm. Okay, here we go. Now, but what we should find is that the drive and the hang of the drive feels a little bit heavier. Okay, so I can already feel it here under my armpits, that the hang feels harder. Okay, like there's something holding it back, which is that resistance. And therefore I don't feel like there's a acceleration off the end of the body swing. Okay? So hence why we're now holding it better. We've got a little bit more focus on that draw after the body's swung. Okay? To really hold on to that pressure. Okay? Really good. Okay, lovely. So when we're in this rhythm, just tune ourselves into this extra power, this extra resistance. Try not to make it feel like it's a lot more stressful as yet on the body. Okay? Hold. With a hand. Good. Feel that seat. Just roll up underneath. Lovely. Nice flat chain. Really good. Hang. Nice. Remember your breathing, remember your composure. We're adding just that little bit more power, which we have to, but it's not the absolute thought process. We're still rolling in to pick up the flywheel. Okay, real good. Roll. Roll. Okay, lovely. Like leaving those hands out front. Pushing away from the handles. The hand through those armpits, lats. Hold that stability that we require to keep the body in that forward position while the legs start to drive, and then we use that stability that we've got to attach the sequence with the legs. So the legs are what's driving this body. Okay? Really good. Okay, so breathe, hang, no extra tug or pull towards the finish. Really good. Okay. Good. Real good. We've got a nice rhythm here. Moving back and forth. Okay. One speed with this roll forward. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Real good. Okay, patience. Nice. Office through. Oh yeah. Okay. So really good. So as we continue to increase this resistance, okay, just remember the focus is on stability. Okay? I know that we're going to feel like it's heavier and it's harder. Okay? Don't think heavier and harder. Heavier, harder. Think of stability to hold the form. Okay? Think of the sequence to create through the drive. We're not going to have the acceleration we normally do. Okay? But just remember that. Okay? Thought process. Right. Up another. So, 3 minutes at 20, 3 at 22. Oh. Now. Okay. So, just remember when we start off here, the first thing I want you to focus on is not trying to pull this into the body harder. Okay? If it feels like you're releasing the pressure like about this far from the body, I don't care. Okay? But when we start off, if we can get this feeling through the big muscle groups first, these small ones can focus later. Now if we're driving and then thinking, oh, I've got to pull this in harder, we're not getting the front part as well as we can, okay? So remember, we also don't want to come in and be like, rah, and then go. Hold this compress, feel the weight build up on the feet, okay? Feel the same lawnmower mentality, but just imagine that it's a bit tight. Okay? So we're going to pick it up and hold the body. Okay? Both feet feel press. Hand. And press. Okay, real good. Nice. Okay, this is real good. Push. Armpits. Okay, don't be scared to just let ourselves roll up without too much tension. Okay, just let ourselves slide, seat, come under. You don't have to hit this from the front. You still need to feel the take up. Okay? So as we increase this to 22, just remember, movement speed a bit quicker. Just focus a little bit more on the pressure too. Okay, yeah, now. Relax it. Good. Long up. With me. Hang. Okay, really nice. Good push. Off your feet. Hang. Okay, Really focus. Get into a groove. Try and hold and maintain the rhythm. Whatever you're working on, your part. Keep it free flowing, continuous, patience. Okay, composed. Okay, free. Now remember, leave the arms out to the core. Okay, we have to feel that drive because really sure you've noticed that this handle no longer really accelerates into the body. Okay? Hand. Arms. Legs. Natural compression. Feel the seat. Roll. Okay, we're good. Okay, so notice on that one how with the second change in drag setting, how the drive now feels laboured. Okay, we come through here and it feels okay, just because we don't have that ability to really accelerate the flywheel and use the speed that the flywheel we can get going to then maintain that speed through with the arms. Okay, so now that we've lost that, we've got to be really stable in our movement and hold. Okay, not start to do this too much. Okay, really sit on top of it. Okay, moving now. So, just the elastic here to start. Get it up to 22. Nice and free. Okay, good. Feel the hand. Both feet, symmetry. Good. Focus. Just roll in, patience. Okay. Remember to take our time. Okay, we don't want to come in and then be like, trying to hit it. Okay, we're still going to be able to try and pick up the speed. It's now just heavier, more resistant. Okay? Remember this finish. Use the body to drive with the legs. And then we hold the hang. Hands come to us. Good? Nice. patience, stable. Really good. Oh, that's nice. This is smooth. We've got continuous motion. We're breathing. Holding that composure in our face. Okay, lovely. Rhythm. Good motion. A little pick up. Some tickles off the back. Couple legs. Okay. Shake it out. Get rid of the tension. Stability with resistance. Okay. Don't choke the handle. Smooth. Nice. This is real good. Okay. Keep this while we're moving. Even though it is slowing down and decelerating faster, still want to roll in and be stable here at the front, holding position. Yeah. Hang. Good. Real good. Breathe. Nice. Right, feel the feet. Holding this body. Keep that long arms. Push the body backwards. Nice. Really good. Okay, lovely. Real good. So, as this resistance keeps increasing, okay, our fatigue keeps increasing, which means our energy levels are dropping. We really have to stay focused on how we're picking things up, okay? The smoothness, the patience, making sure that we're not trying too much here. Okay, what happens is we get like, oh, we get down, we don't hold ourselves through and around. Okay, keeping that motion going. Right. Last change up. Now if it's a bit heavy for you, you can just hold it where it was. Okay, through at 22, through at 24. Here we go. Okay, so you will notice that we have to move the disparity between speed of the slide and speed of the drive now might almost feel reversed. okay, because the legs can't accelerate down as normal. But focus on how we're pressing, how we're hanging. Okay? Also, be elastic at the front. Don't have to go and search for a massive amount of length. Just be comfortable with where you get to compress onto the feet, and then hang long, hold the body, stable in the core, and push. Okay? Really focus this set on this armpit hang down on the lats, okay? You feel your forearms or your shoulders coming up, really try and hold it flat, okay? Chain flat. Parallel, okay? Try and get this chain perpendicular. Parallel, sorry, to the monorail. That's it. Okay, and we're moving. We've got this continuous motion happening. Hands moving around the finish with flatness. Good. Lovely. This is nice. Okay? When we move up in this rotating, yes, we are going to have to focus a little bit of speed on the legs. This one. Now. Stability. Elastic. Okay? Here it is. Now hold. Armpits. Hang. Good. Okay, breathe with me. Lift the face. Good. Armpit hang, here we go. Leave the armpit long. Don't choke the handle. Good. Open the mouth. Remember, try to release the tension. We need stability. Hold the form. Good. Hang. Breathe. Nice. Nice rhythm. Last one. Okay. This is the last one at resistance. Hold the form. Focus. Finish it well. Good. With me. Roll in. One speed. Swap knees. Supple. Right. Press. Yeah. Okay. And push. Right, lovely. Okay, so like we're starting to work pretty hard there. Okay, so ultimately being able to hold posture, composure and stability are obviously key, okay? Keeping things moving. So, last set. Let's bring it down, back to where we started, okay? This is going to feel super quick. Okay, so let's just roll with it. Roll with it a little bit. Get the pace going. Settle into it. Now think about the acceleration. Here we go. Moving on. Now. Okay. Let's take this first 20-30 seconds here. Find our feet. And now you can really feel that handle, right, coming through to the body with that acceleration. So now you focus that speed, the accelerated generation of the legs driving the body. Okay? Good. Patience. Good. And remembering now, what are we doing? Keeping the flywheel moving. So that means an elastic roll into the front. There. Onto the feet and hang away, little press. Good. Very nice. Okay, so we've got this rhythm. We can feel the speed of that drive easier. So let's tap it up this way. Now, move the hand a bit quicker. Hold the hand. Press to the patience of the front. Take up and swing. Good. Lovely. That's us. And now we settle into this. Wheels moving. I'm elastic. Everything. Got your composure. Are we flat? Still hanging under the armpits. Good. Nice. Look at the flywheel. Patience around the finish. Inertia. Momentum. Good. Right. Up to. Now. So. This is about speed of the flywheel. You got it there. Now, efficiently tap it over. Good. While we're moving, let's breathe. Hang. Stability. Okay, real good. Keep the flywheel moving. Okay, 26 strokes left. Here we go. Hold. Relax even more. Hang. Open the mouth. Hang. Feel the press. Good. Okay, long arm. 13 strokes. Long arm, feel the hang. Volley through the middle. Keep it moving. Supple. Last few. Real good. Wow. Pushing some great numbers at the end of that. Maybe a bit too good, but when you're feeling good, you're feeling good. Must have been all that time in the garden in the house last night. Okay, real good. Take our time. Breathe. Don't stop rowing. Okay, in your own time. Let's reset that menu. Just spend another minute here. Just moving. Okay, getting ourselves under control. Getting our breathing composure back. And if we just keep moving, we can get some oxygen back into the muscles that have been working a bit hard. And we can finally get this rhythm again. And then start to look at some active recovery in this last part. Okay, so while we're starting to firm our posture a little bit here, okay, in terms of sequence, don't worry about power, just keep using body weight. Okay, let's look back to those sets. As we were ramping up, I quite liked the 20-22, okay, I felt really good rhythm at 20, nice rhythm at 22. That last one, I found it a little bit difficult to keep the 24. I kept seeing 23 all the time. Okay, so it does show that when we've got that resistance, once we've driven that body off the legs, okay, with that resistance. We can't try and do this, okay? It really does show, and hopefully you guys saw it, is that you don't really have that acceleration from here with the body coming through with the handles because there's so much weight behind it, okay? Because we never really get it going fast enough to make it feel like the handle's just going to zip in towards us, okay? And that's why it's a really good point to figure out, because if we can hold our stability here through the drive and then we can feel it come here and brush around, it means that we've probably got a very good sequence happening. Okay, if we feel like we're having to do a little bit more at the end, it's like, okay, did we open up too early and then try a bit harder, or did we push it and then we try to use the body a bit more? Okay, those are some of the telltale signs, and it's something like that when you move forward with it and you do them again, you know, every other week, whatever part of your program, is that when you're feeling it, you've got to feel the sequence, okay, the hang. Hence why the hang's very important with a power stroke, because if we start to come up into here, or if we feel tight here in the arms, these muscle groups, because they're so small, are going to wear down, and then we'll be like, oh man, I was really feeling it here in the chest or in the traps or in my arms, because we're probably using them a little bit too much. So hence why if we can think about just having that hang and leaving those hands out the front, and when we push, we let the body do that work. We know we've got good grip strength. We know we've got good hand strength. Okay? Thank evolution for that. And we can really use that momentum of the body and of the power being generated, okay, to be able to create that swing, okay, and that momentum. So just do 10 strokes here, nice and steady, nice rhythm. Just use body weight, okay, roll in, hang, body weight, flat chain, let the chain take us back, okay. You can even do this with piano fingers. Nice. Loose, couple more. Boom. Okay, lovely. Oh, tell you what, geez, you know when you're working, the old butto, the old buttocks, really get switched on from that. Okay. Yeah, well done team, well done. Power strokes, great. Using the functionality of the machine, yeah, even better. You know, and I think that is part of the key to it all, okay, is knowing that when we use this properly, we can do some really cool stuff, okay? And you know, like, it is what it is, okay? Michael, good to see you, nice one. First 3 pieces, should our splits stay the same? Yes and no. I'd say you'd probably get some increase, okay? I don't think they should decrease. If they're decreasing, we're losing a little bit of power, okay? So we're obviously not getting that correctly. But yes, technically what happens is if you're trying to produce the same rating, okay, because obviously things are going to slow down, you have to use more power to keep that rating, right, which is moving things a bit quicker. So generally you will see an increase in speed or a decrease in split. It's hard to remember this decrease, increase, blah, 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 whatever. So yeah, perfect. Great workout, thanks Rich. We'll be sweating this one in the morning, thanks Sammy. Doug, Claudia, great work. Alan, thank you. I think we'll do this again soon. Yeah, look, there's quite a few power strokes on there. There's a whole lot that we could do, right? Because there's power stroke stuff which are short bursts. You know, we could do something like this with 1 minute or 2 minutes, but then we could also do this with, like, say 10 minutes at certain rating, you know, and then another 10 minutes at a certain rating, that type of thing, because that does allow for long sort of power endurance. You know, these are quite a good number, and we're not sort of, I'd say we're getting up there with this part here, but, you know, if you only sort of kept it with sort of 2 number change, then yes, you've got more resistance. You've got to be thinking about it at the same time. Okay, so I think there's a whole variation of stuff with the power strokes. But remember, whatever you do with power strokes, think of the fundamentals that it's adjusting. Okay, it's only adjusting what's happening with the flywheel. Okay, so the flywheel can't spin as quick because all the air's escaping. The flywheel is decelerating faster because all the air's escaping. Okay, so that's the variable that's changing. Now, in terms of your body's variable, you've got to hold the same sort of form, but as I said, there's more resistance against you, and hence why don't think about having to be more powerful or tighter. Just think about your stability and how you're reacting to what that flywheel's doing. Okay, we could have done this as well, where we drop it down and you go even faster, which is like the speed stuff. Okay, and that's the same thing again, the stability is virtually gone, so then it's really more about movement speed. So if you do power strokes by yourself, think about the fundamentals. Okay, remember when we sit here and we say, what are we trying to achieve? And we talk about the flywheel and how we're moving with it. Just remember, when you do this power stroke stuff, what it's actually adapting. What's it actually changing? Shouldn't be changing you significantly. Okay, you just getting more stable, but it's changing what's happening to that flywheel significantly. Okay, so keep that in mind. Right, thanks. Right, everyone's done. I'm out. I'm going to go see who won the golf. But keep it up. Good work. Hope that went well. I'm going to get a mop, do a bit of cleaning up. Yeah, she's a bit warm here today. First day of spring yesterday. That killed you, William? No. Totally. Righto. Well, that's real good. Love it. I love it when people say that. Perfect. Okay, thanks team. Thank you very much for being here. We'll see you guys back here next week. Keep it up. Keep all the good work up. Remember, keep working on your rhythm. Your rhythm and how you're currently doing it with the machine. Okay, you've got to find your synergy. However you're doing it, okay, we all do it slightly differently, and we've all got to get the rhythm with our machine and how we do it. Okay, I'm giving you a lot of tips to make that happen, but if you can find that and you can start figuring it out and be like, oh yeah man, I felt like I was tapping that along real well, beautiful. That's what we're after. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing it by yourself. Okay, right, peace out. See you later team. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week.